They have a great shot blocker. What else do you know about Western at this point?
We went over scout yesterday, and obviously during practice going over the stuff. Really just obviously everyone knows about the 7'5" guy, as you said, the shot blocker and stuff like that. But they have good guards too. Really, what we've been going over is their point guard McKnight is kind of their what they live and die by. So we've kind of been worrying about him as well. I mean, they have good guards. They're a good overall team, and they're coming off two big wins. Just beat Ole Miss by damn near 30, and another team by like 40. So I mean, just try to get in early, shut the guards down, and obviously our bigs are working on being able to keep that 7'5" guy, use our strength and kind of base to push him away from the rim and just kind of make them play outside game.
In terms of him, when you guys played DePaul, obviously their shot blocker, really impactful. Jared said he thought that impacted you guys going in there a little bit. Have you guys worked on that, talked about how to deal with a guy like that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even just getting in the paint alone, we've worked a lot on. Coach Max made a big emphasis on that, not just taking a lot of threes and when we do go in, off balance easy, taking a lot of like off balance fadeaways almost, so we've really been working on with shot blockers at the rim and just getting to the post, how to take it to the chest, how to be on balance, just take good shots. Yeah.
Matt, is this team still trying to figure out roles? It seems like there's still a lot of guys playing and different minutes in different games and everybody trying to find their way a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple guys that coaches are moving around, just based on what they think day by day, team by team, what can help us best as a team. But I think we overall know kind of what each other does. Is now it's just a matter of playing as a team and doing what coach says and what we work on the practice on the game court and not try anything new when we get on the court.
Matt, obviously this team isn't shooting particularly well so far this season, but odd thing is a lot of it isn't because of bad shots. Well, some of it. A lot of these are just simply open looks that aren't falling. Why do you think it is that you guys are getting so many good looks, but they just aren't seemingly finding the basket?
Yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. People like me and Noah, who traditionally shoot the ball, definitely out of all people are not shooting the ball like we should right now, especially. So I mean, really just been trying to get in the gym, work on, keep getting shots up, but really nothing new. I mean, coach just says since not going in right now, really try to get into the hoop, but he's made it clear to me and Noah, like, I'm not worried about it. Like, keep shooting. They're eventually going to fall. Kind of just playing the numbers game. I mean, you guys are off right now. They should start falling soon, hopefully.
After the DePaul game, you actually came back out on the court, and you and Noah both took a few shots. Where do you weigh constant practice and working on it as opposed to maybe I just need to go sit down and forget about this for a little while?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely both. I mean, there's a mental game to it, and there's you always got to keep getting your shots up, keep your touch. So, I mean, there's definitely a fine line between them both. But I would say right now, I would say it's more right now for us. We really, I mean, at least for us, we feel like we just need to get more shots up in the gym rather than kind of taking a break away from it because, I mean, we feel like it's right there. Sometimes we just feel like it's coming off wrong, like little things, like little mechanics that shooters always know that you feel it. So it's really just getting in the gym, taking a lot of shots, and really like working on one thing at a time, the problem that you feel with your shot.
Matt, you mentioned, what McKnight does for them. How comforting is it to have a guy like Jared who kind of dogs the ball and really pressures the other team's ball handler?
Yeah, no, it's really comforting. I mean, no matter who we play for the point guard situation anyway, I mean, I'm never really worried about going into the game about really them getting off because, I mean, as long as Jared's on him, I always feel comfortable about his position or whoever he's guarding will be shut down that game. That's how I feel like going into every game. So, I mean, it's definitely comforting.
Matt, you're looking at this game not only being in state, but everything that's gone on in Bowling Green lately. So you can expect, big crowd, loud environment. Obviously, you all have had road games, but has it been something that has been discussed? But if not, just how important is it to keep your composure, especially with a rowdy environment? It could be one of the tougher ones you've had to start the season.
Yeah, definitely. It was talked about a little bit. Like, I'm sure the guys that are, like, the coaches who have been here, and then obviously we have a couple guys that are from Kentucky, like JJ and Mason, and Mason's from that area. So, I mean, he's also kind of been, like, made it clear, and he also, it's like a big game for him. But some of us that don't really know the whole Kentucky rivalry, like, in interstate Kentucky college rivalry, like, I'm sure we need to be ready for it because, I mean, we've played some packed. I mean, we played a couple like at NC State, Michigan State, but like they made it clear that these next two games, like it's gonna be packed, but it's gonna be hostile as well. So obviously, we need to get ready for that and used to it. But I think that we don't really have guys that affects too much. I mean, honestly, I feel like we've played better on the road anyway. So.
Matt, as a player, how much are you aware of just like you're seeing games getting canceled? There's always news about the NBA or games getting postponed. You're seeing news about NBA guys going into protocols. How aware are you of that stuff? Does it concern you at all? Do you get any kind of like here we go again kind of vibe from last year?
Say that one more time.
When you see those things happening, like COVID protocols in the NBA, college games are getting postponed. Does it concern you at all? Does it give you any kind of like here we go again kind of vibes from last year?
Yeah, a little bit, but at this point, I feel like COVID's just, it's a disease that's here to stay now, kind of like the flu. So, I mean, kind of just have to treat it as like it's a normal thing now. So it's just like kind of, hopefully it doesn't hit us. If it does, I mean, we got to keep moving. So, yeah.
Anything else? I got one more. Go ahead. Can you talk a little bit about your defensive play? I don't think you're the quickest guy, but I think you. But, you seem to have a feel for what needs to be done and kind of hard-nosed attitude about it, too.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like you said, I mean, Coach makes it clear all the time, too, that I got to figure out my sometimes some matchups, or if I get switched on a guard, how to guard them certain ways, because like you said, I'm not the quickest. So, I would say lately my defense has been a lot worse than I started the season off with. But I think so. I mean, I think I need to get better there. But like you said, I kind of rely on defense, by positioning. But also, like you said, just use my hard nose, like try to be physical, try to make the guy not want to go in, drive into me as much, just based on physicality. So I mean, I definitely use that as a technique in a way to, like, if you will, scare my defender into not doing stuff.
One more real quick, Ken, if you don't mind. Does it make much difference for you starting versus coming off the bench, having started a couple of games here?
No, it's no difference. I mean, either way, same role. I have the same role on the team. Either way, I mean, I'm sure the lineup could or could not switch many times this year. I mean, I think it's just based on either who's playing well in practice or game-by-game matchup, or who the coach thinks is the best opportunity or best matchup for whoever we're going against.